Hi, my name's Ben and welcome to Angling For You. And today what I'm going to show you is how to catch these big fish on the top kit. What gear to use, how to set that up, how to feed it, and how to bag up. Got a lovely day at Oaks Lakes at the moment. Fishing peg 42 on cedar. Lovely weather. Lovely weather, nice and warm. Perfect for fishing on that top kit. And there's plenty of these big fish about. If we can stop netting like an idiot, we'll get him in. There's a nice fish to start with as well. Let's get him in. Oh, it just about fits in that net. This is what you need to be looking at catching, and these are, you can put some phenomenal weights in your net. Let's get this fish unhooked, and we'll get him held up for camera. See if he's going to behave himself. So these are the kind of fish that they're trying to catch. Absolute stunning beast of a carp. Let's get him back because I know there's going to be more where that came from. Right, let's have a little run through the tactics, the gear, and how we're catching these really big fish. So, firstly, step one is the elastic. I know a lot of people go, let's go with light elastics and we've got plenty, we can strip it back. That's fine, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. But in this case, we're wanting to get these big fish in. We're wanting to be able to handle them on the top kit. So step one is we need a good elastic. So I've got a size 15 to 17 hollow elastic. It's a Phil Reynolds one. It's a really good elastic, super strong, super stretchy, and as you're just seeing there, double figures of fish within seconds is in the back of the net. So my step one is the elastic. And step two is to get some line that you can really trust. So, and don't shy on it. So what we've got today is the Pro Gen Pro line. Now if you watch my last margin fishing video, you'll have seen fantastic line. This is 020, so we're not messing about. We want to get these fish straight in. We want plenty of strength and plenty of reliability. So that's all the way from the Dacron right to the hook. So no messing about there. So the hook we're using is a KKMB size 12 Preston Innovations hook. Like I say, we're going to be fishing with a paste, so you need a big hook. It's going to pull straight through that paste. Big pieces of paste, not messing about. Right, onto the float. Again, with a Pro Gen chimp float, a 0.3. I'm going with the yellow bristle this time. I'll get it a bit closer to the camera. Yeah, with the yellow bristle, really stable, super strong, and perfect for this kind of work. So that's got a little bulk of number 8s just below it, and the rest of the line is completely free down to the hook. We've got a little tag end on the hook and a knotless knot, purely just to give us a little bit more grip onto that paste, and that's it. They're the first two steps. They're the most essential. The third step is the bait. As we know, carp love bait. They love particles, they love things to munch on, and as soon as you're going to get stuff like that in, you're going to catch fish. This is what I'm showing you today is aimed basically on everybody. Everybody has got this exactly the same scenario. When you come to a session, you have a little bit of bag of this, you have a little bit of bag of that, you have a little bit of bag of that. all into your bait bag. So you've got tons and tons and tons of half opened or just maybe small bits. Get them in all together. So in this we've got some Scopex boilers, which we've crushed, some crushed up, some whole, some corn, some fishery pellets, and some krill, micro krill pellets in there. We've got some monster baits and dips, red velvet flavouring in there to give it a bit of colour and a bit of added flavour, and it just mixed it all up, and it's effectively like making a spod mix. Hemp's a really good one if you've got hemp, and effectively we're making a spod mix. So that's my step 3, the bait. So that's the feed. And the paste, you know my trusty, half green swim stem, half marine halibut, and we've mixed that up. Not too soft, but not too dry. We could swing it out, but we're just sticking it in the cad pot and tipping it over. So really simple. I'm going with paste. It's a big fish bait. We're looking at catching big fish. We're looking at catching them fast. We're looking at putting those numbers in the net. So less of my talking and more of that catching. Right, so we're going to get a big ball of paste. As you can see, big old piece of paste, dimple in the top. Let's get my hand up the other hand out. Big dimple in the top. We've got a tag end on that hook. We're going to put the hook in, close it round. Good to go. I'll put it into that little cad pot. And sit down. Like I say, we're only on that top kit. It's the whole idea of this video. I'm just going to lay that rig out the way, tip that paste in, put the float over the top. Turn over the left one. Another little bar of gold. Beautiful fish. I'm into another fish now. This one just coming from the other side. Just throwing a little bit of the mix in at the other side as well. And the fish thing is, when you're fishing on your top kit, you have to, on a day like this when it's really hot, you end up having to move a little bit closer, and sometimes you end up fishing just off the tip of your pole. And that's what that was. You just got to see, you got to watch the water and see if there's any movement and anything sort of scrubbing around. It usually tells you what's happening. And a nice fish, not as big as the last. Still another nice fish. Let's find out where that hook is. Nice little fish. I'm just going to reach him a little bit further out with us fishing in closer. I think what I'm going to do is bait up a little bit closer. That fish just came from down my right edge, nice and shallow, sort of out of this deep. So I'm just going to plumb down here and look at feeding that one up as well as that line in front of us. I mean, depth wise we've only got foot and a half, maybe just a little bit more, and you know, that's the kind of depth you normally have them at, but sometimes they do come where they are a lot shallower, and it is a really hot day today, so it is highly probable that that's the case. I'm just going to have another drop down that side and see if there's any more before we have a look at changing about. Into another fish. I don't know if it's foul hooked, or I don't know if it's hooked, but it might be foul hooked. There's only a downside by fishing paste in close. You do foul hook a couple. Well, I don't know, actually, this might not be foul hooked. Yeah, I think it's on its fin. Nail it. Just under its chin, I think, this one. See if we can get out there and catch a big one to finish with. Onto another fish now. Doesn't feel like a big one, feels like an F1 or so. Yeah, just an F1. Nice little stocky fish to end on. Let's get him back. So as you can see, it's a very dangerous method. It's just about having that equipment around you and making sure that the kit's up to the job. I mean, we caught that really big fish at the start. We've caught mainly F1s, but I mean, you never know, they can all be big fish. It's about tackling up and being ready to attack the peg, and if you've got a peg that's just full of F1s a pond, or you know, carp are small, then obviously just wind that elastic down, but make sure you follow the same principle. That rig is all in one, so there's no weak points on it, there's no hook links or anything like that. There's no you know, if you have to drag it through snags, it's a strong whole rig. So yeah, again, join us on the Facebook group. Thank you for all the support as always. On the Facebook, we've got a fantastic group. Just search Angling for You. It's going strong. Lots of advice and lots of people putting up the photos and venues and what they're doing, especially now it's getting into summer. And if you're just a picture junkie, then join us on the Instagram, where you can just post those pictures and show us what you're up to, angling_for you. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Keep an eye out for the next one. Thanks a lot. Tight lines.